Good evening, everyone. It is 6:30 p.m. Notice is hereby given that a regular meeting and a public hearing of the City Council of the City of Sandy Oaks will be held on Thursday, September 9th, 2021 at 6:30 p.m. at Sandy Oaks City Hall located at 22870 Priest Road, Sandy Oaks, Texas, 78112, and also by telephonic video conferencing, which will be live streamed and accessible to the public as provided below for the purpose of considering the following agenda items. All agenda items are subject to action. The public may participate in person or by using the link as provided on the agenda. Ms. Rabe, can we get a quorum call, please?
Mayor Pro Tem Fillinger,
Here.
Alderman Rickon,
Here.
Alderman Rapino,
Here.
Alderman Krigmer,
Here.
and we'll wait on Alderwoman. There is a quorum present.
Okay. And we have Ms. Ortiz, Ms. Rabe, and myself here. So we do have a quorum. Let's stand for Pledge of Allegiance, please. Everybody standing? I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. We're going to skip over to item number 4 because we do have our guest here. Item 4 is a public hearing on Via Metropolitan Transit's. Hold on, I did it again. Sorry. Item 4, public hearing Via Metropolitan Transit's presentation regarding a proposed service plan for the city of Sandy Oaks and public hearing. This item will be open for up to 30 minutes with 3 minutes to each speaker. One person may speak on behalf of a group. Up to 3 persons may register on behalf of the group in order for the spokesperson to be allotted up to 9 minutes to speak. If there are more than 10 speakers, each will be given 2 minutes or 6 minutes for a group spokesperson. I would like to introduce Dr. Leroy Alloway from Via Metropolitan Transit, and he has brought his team with us this evening. And so I'll turn it over to you, Mr. Alloway.
Thank you, Mayor. If I could ask while we're introducing Mr. Herrera and the rest of the team members to be able to enable screen share so we can share the presentation as well. And I'll go ahead and turn it over to John Gary Herrera, our Senior Vice President for Public Engagement.
Hey, thank you, Doctor. Thank you, Leroy. And Mayor, thank you very much for this opportunity again to not only address you and your city council, but also your citizens there and continue to express our excitement about the rolling out of our exciting service that we have there for Sandy Oaks. So we have a quick presentation to summarize kind of where we are today with that rollout, and of course take any questions and comments, but we just wanted to kick it off with a genuine thank you.
Thank you. And Dr. Alloway, I've given you post for the meeting, so you may share your presentation.
Thank you, Mayor. While I'm bringing that up, I'd ask that my other colleagues, Manjiri and Pete, introduce themselves briefly as well.
Good evening. My name is Manjiri Akalkotkar. I'm Director of Capital and Service Planning at VIA, and I'm here to assist Leroy and answer questions on this exciting project. Pete?
Pete Arguello, Government Relations Coordinator on Leroy's team, and happy to be here and glad to see this roll out as well.
Thank you, everyone. So, Mayor, members of the council, I think I'm going to steal a line from Mr. Herrera from the last time we were with you to express our joy, our optimism, and our relief that we are bringing Via Link Express to Sandy Oaks. We know it has been a long time coming. We are thrilled that service starts Monday, September 13th, and you have access from any point in Sandy Oaks to the Brooks Transit Center, and from the Brooks Transit Center to any point in Sandy Oaks. Over the next few slides, we're going to walk through what is Via Link Express, how it operates, as well as sharing our new promo code that will enable residents in the Sandy Oaks area to receive 4 free trips on Via Link Express from September 13th through October 31st of this year. So starting off, what is Via Link Express? Well, it's a new way to travel in Sandy Oaks to bring you into the rest of the Via system, specifically at the Brooks Transit Center. It provides you an option to have a vehicle to you within 60 minutes of your request, Monday through Friday from 6:30 a.m. to 6:30 p.m. And while it's an on-demand type service, similar to what you might expect from Uber or Lyft, it's done at Via prices. So it's $1.30 for a one-way trip, $2.75 for a day pass, and you're able to access that service by either calling, going online, or downloading our mobile app. So on this screen, we are showing the incorporated city limits of the city of Sandy Oaks, excuse me. And everywhere that is shown in blue on this map is where you can request a Via Link Express trip from. It's also, if you're at the Brooks Transit Center, where you can request a trip back to. So we're using virtual stops for the majority of this system. And what that means is once you've called, gone online, or used the mobile app to make your request for a trip, you'll be given instructions as to when the vehicle will arrive, as well as how far you need to walk from where you're calling from to be able to meet the vehicle. There are a number of virtual stops that have been created for the initial service. We will continually evaluate that to see if there are additional stops that are needed or any adjustments that we need to make to these virtual stops. Once you're picked up within the city of Sandy Oaks, you have a straight shot to the Brooks Transit Center. So there may be other people picked up in Sandy Oaks with you when you're reserving your trip, but once you've left the city limits of Sandy Oaks, the next time you stop, it'll be at the Brooks Transit Center. And at the Brooks Transit Center, you have access to 7 different routes that we have in service today, including Route 7, which ties the Brooks Transit Center to downtown and north to Stone Oak, Route 20, Route 32, Route 34, Route 36, Route 102, which is our Primo service along Military Highway, which takes you from the Brooks Transit Center to the Kellac Transit Center, so provides that east-west connectivity across the southern part of our community, as well as the 552, which is a loop service around Loop 410 that connects from Brooks the other direction from over to Kellac. So where Primo will get you direct there on Southwest Military, the 552 will take you counterclockwise around 410 to get you to the Kellac Center. Also at the Brooks Transit Center, we do have an air-conditioned waiting room, on-site customer service, as well as ViaTrans pickup. So those residents who are ViaTrans eligible will also be able to use the Via Link Express service and have access to the rest of the Via system as well. So how does this work? Well, we like to say it's 5 easy steps. The first step is to book your trip. We've got 3 different ways you can book. You can call 210-655-LINK, 210-655-5465, and make a request for a trip at that time. You can go online at viainfo.net/link, or you can download the Via Link mobile app in either the Apple App Store or the Android Play Store, the Google Play Store. Once you've booked your trip, you'll be told when your vehicle will arrive, what window you should go out to meet that vehicle in. You'll be asked to pay for your trip. Now, we do encourage everyone to either have exact change or use our Via Go Mobile Plus app to be able to download your fare and show the Via Link driver that you've paid your full fare. You'll meet your vehicle, ride, and you'll link, thus the name, up to the rest of the transit system at the Brooks Transit Center. Now, the next couple of slides are just examples of what you can expect in the mobile app as well as the website. And similar to what you would see in an Uber, Lyft, that rideshare type service, when you go to book your trip, you're going to be given options on when do you need to be picked up, and it'll be windows of time. You'll know based on that window of time for your pickup when you're anticipated to either arrive at Brooks or arrive back in the city of Sandy Oaks. And at the end of your trip, if you're using the mobile app, you will be asked to rate your drivers. And I asked Mr. Herrera, when I could finish this presentation, to talk a little bit about the ratings that we've been seeing on the northeast side of San Antonio with the Via Link service that's been running there, and that real-time response and evaluation we're able to do. If you're using the website, again, it'll be a similar concept, be able to book your trip, have a record of the trips you've taken, but also let you know, again, where that location is that you should be meeting the driver and when you can expect the driver. If you're calling in, and we do know there are some people who may have more comfort making that call than using an app or going to the website, you'll be given all of the same information with one exception. On the app, you're able to track in real time where that vehicle is and when it's starting to arrive. And so, Manjari, would you mind talking for a few minutes about the time we're asking people to arrive at their virtual stop and what they can expect with that type of service?
So when you book a trip, you will be asked to put the time you would like a trip. And at that time, the app or on the phone, you will be given choices, 2 choices of a trip. So if you ask trip for 10:15, and because this is a shared ride, they may give you trip time of 10:30 or 10:10 within that margin, because we have a window of 60 minutes. Then you get your time. That's the time that is expected pickup time. And then you are requested, a passenger is requested to arrive at least 5 minutes before the pickup time, so that vehicle may come a little early. And then if the passenger is not there at the pickup time given, vehicle will wait for 1 minute after that pickup time, and then that vehicle will leave. So there is a window, and then there is a customer service available for this, either by phone, before and during your trip. Or so if there are any delays or something you need, you can always call customer service and help.
Thank you, Manjari. And Mayor, I do know that was a question that the last time we were with the council that had come up about how long someone's going to be at the stop, or if they were going to be waiting out in the elements for a while. And so that is one of the key features of Via Link and Via Link Express. You may have a few minutes to wait, but it should be under 5 minutes. And so if your pickup time is 10:15 and that's the window that you're told by the call center or by the app, we ask that you be there by 10:10 so that vehicle can pick you up and be on its way to the next destination.
Thank you.
The other highlight we wanted to offer very quickly is hopefully you've seen some of these new signs going up throughout Sandy Oaks, letting the community know that Via Link has arrived in Sandy Oaks. So we've got 8 frame signs going up throughout the community. There are approximately 50 that our contractor is supposed to have been coordinating to put out. Hopefully those are up by now. But if they're not, you'll be seeing them in the next few days. We're also going to be doing some direct mail out to the community to let people know how to make access of this service, a more detailed brochure walking step by step through how to book. But I wanted to share the coupon code with you and the council, as well as with the community. So for anyone who starts booking a trip, and you can start booking trips today for next week, when you book your trip, either through the website, through the app, or by calling, please use the coupon code Sandy Oaks, all one word, and that will award 4 trips onto your account. So you'll be able to do 2 complete round trips on us for no cost to the passenger to try out the system. And with that, Mayor, we're glad to answer any other questions you might have. I was going to ask Mr. Herrera again if he could just talk a little bit about the rider or the passenger rating we've been seeing on our operators in the Northeast. Again, knowing that's going to be one of the aspects we do look at over the next 6 months of this pilot as we continue to evaluate.
No, thank you, Dr. Alloway. And we realize as well that we're going to want to attract many non-transit folks to this service. And we recognize that many of the folks that will try this service may not have a lot of transit experience. So we want to, give them a customer experience that they're going to rate well. And we see this type of similar service in our Northeast area that we've had running for over 2 years, where it is gathering, you're able to rate your drive and rate your experience as soon as you exit the vehicle, similar to what you see with some of the rideshare apps that are out on the marketplace. But on a rating from 1 star to 5 stars, what would you rate? And we've been averaging a 4.8 star rating on not only what they're rating as their experience, but they're rating also their driver as well. So we're quite proud of that track record that we're bringing into Sandy Oaks. The second piece is we want to emphasize as well, when the folks are arriving at our Brooks Transit Center, that is a very active transit center, and we have staff that are actively monitoring and actually there to help, the customer care staff in particular. So a customer care staff that will be behind a window or in many cases walking around the transit center, we emphasize, please approach them, please talk to them, please ask them for help, because that's what they're there for. They're there to help get in your trip as easy as possible, help you get onto your next trip of where you're going to ultimately head to, and to try to make your initial trip, or sit and talk to you about some advantages or route ideas that they might be able to give you related to where you ultimately want to go from Brooks. So we are definitely trying to put all the pieces together to help make this an easy adoption for your citizens, and to do so on an ongoing basis, not just with the launch, but it would be something that continues on through the product offering.
And with that, Mayor, we're available for any questions you or the council have.
Thank you. Thank you for presenting this again for the city. I know there's been a lot of interest in the community, some confusion, a lot of questions. I don't know, Ms. Ray, can you tell on the participants if there's anybody who may want to ask questions? While you're doing that, what I would like to ask is around ViaTrans. That question came up recently, and as I understand, and correct me if I'm wrong, the ViaLink service will connect them to a ViaTrans unit at City Base. Is that correct?
Yes, Mayor. So the ViaLink vehicles are ADA accessible. When you are booking the trip, we do ask if you have a mobility device that you're going to be using, that you let the operator know that, or let the app know that, let the website know that, just so we can make sure we're accounting for all of the spaces on the vehicle. And then we have spoken to our ViaTrans staff, so they will be reaching out to ViaTrans eligible clients in Sandy Oaks to help with some of that coordination and make sure that we've got as seamless transition as possible between the ViaLink Express vehicle and the ViaTrans vehicle at Brooks.
Perfect. Okay, thank you. And Charlotte, is the presentation still showing?
Yes.
Okay, Dr. Allaway, could we have the host capabilities back so we can check our participants and see if anyone has any questions?
Absolutely.
Dr. Allaway, I would like to point out that our trustee, Bob Como, has joined us. Trustee Como, thank you for your support for this great launch.
Yes, and for those that don't know, that gentleman worked in the background kind of pushing this on our behalf, and for that I'm very much appreciative. Okay, is there anyone in the meeting who has questions or? Okay, if anyone is on the call and would like to ask a question, you'll need to unmute your phone and go ahead and ask a question.
Is there going to be car seat access available, or for children under a certain age, or how does that work?
Manjuri, would you like to take that one?
Yeah, so when you book a trip, you will need to notify that you will be bringing car seat with you, and there is a passenger, a child with you. There may not be a ticket, but the app will be able to reserve a seat or a space for a car seat. for a ride.
Perfect, thank you. Anyone else have questions? Anyone here on council have any questions? I think we got it. We're excited. I'll look forward to the signs, to be honest. I haven't paid attention because I've had limited travel through the city in the last day or two. But I will certainly be on the lookout for the signs. I think that's very good. The other thing I would like to ask is, will there be any promo materials that would be available here at City Hall for residents to pick up, either here or at our community center?
Yes, ma'am, and we'll have Mr. Arguello drop some off, hopefully tomorrow for you.
Okay, perfect. And then we are still on for the 18th for your team to, or someone from your team to come down and meet with residents during our community yard sale.
Yes, ma'am, we've got it on everyone's calendar and making sure we can have a good showing for you.
Awesome, perfect. Well, thank you so much for joining us. If there's no more questions, we will thank you for your time and attendance. And I will ask Ms. Rabe to stop recording for now. I wanted to create a separate recording for this session so we can share it publicly.